Okay, it's time to take stuff out of here and get the solar system back up and running. Got some installs to do today and tomorrow, and hopefully we can get them all done. But we got to get this stuff out of here before we can do anything. This here is just the micro tubing for the fiber itself that we got to put in. So let's get this out of here. Okay, let's get this battery put in here. Sits in there nicely. Let's get some terminals all connected up, get this bad boy fired up, and reset the app to 100% state of charge. All right, got the positive done. Now we're tying the negative, and that should get everything back up and running. Okay, everything should be up and running. See if we can got our lights. Yeah, we got lights there. We got our lights down there. Now let's get into the app and actually reset this to 100%. Put the straps back on it, slide it forward, move on to the next thing for the day. Okay, we got that back in there, nice and solid. Got the PVC pipe underneath to lift the front side here because it tilts like this because of the layover of the covering here, the carpet. This little edge here like this is a lot thicker up at the front, so it makes it tilt this way. So we have to put PVC pipe, I think it's a 1/2 inch, to raise it back up. If not, it wouldn't be tight against this covering rail, and it would be real loose and start just banging against it. But now it's solid. Still need to put some kind of like window seal, single side stick on this here, maybe a piece here and a little piece here to keep it from vibrating when I do go off-roading. But riding down the road it don't make any noise, but off-road it does. But it says it's all back up and running. Now I need to install the other part, the DC to DC charger. Since I have a cigarette lighter here, I can plug it into it, use like 10-12 amps to charge it while I'm going down the road, like if it's raining or anything like that. It'll actually top it off. I don't have to keep plugging in the solar all the time until I'm stationary, like camping or whatever. Then I can use the solar to keep it topped off. But when I'm riding down the road, I can just trickle charge it 10-12 amps somewhere right. I think it actually puts, I think they say 9 to 12 amps. It'll fluctuate somewhere between there. So that's a little bit more than I was when I actually topped off the batteries. So that'll keep it going. And I'll set it for like 13.9 or something like that, so it won't overcharge the batteries and make them kick out. It will just keep it very close to max. So let's get that mounted in here and wire it up. But before I do that, get some good old coffee creamer and get me a good old cup of coffee. Try to be consistent on each cup I make here. I got a whole thing of these cups, as you can see right there, certain ounce. I brought this because rise and grind. 1 cup of that, and top off the rest with good old coffee. It'll be very consistent each time. The coffee will be the same. So I'm going to sit here and enjoy this while I open up the box for the DC to DC charger and skim over the booklet, get the ins and outs of it, and then go put it in. Got the DC to DC charger, negative going through the battery monitor, so it read the voltage as it charges the battery. Now I got the positive over to this battery. The solar charger is actually on the positive this one. So let's crank up the car and see if this thing works, or I did something wrong, or see what the voltage is. I may have to adjust it. It's got a little set screw on there. I like to set it like 13.9 and see what it's actually running at. Okay, we got it plugged in over here and it's on, and the batteries are reading like 13.8, so this is probably not going to actually be able to charge it until it's discharged some, because right now I got it plugged into the charger itself. I can get a good connection here. Let's see if I can get that. The DC is putting out like 13, 8, 14, 15, and there's no load on it, so it's putting out pretty high. So let's put a fuse in it and see what happens. Alright, now that I got the fuse actually in and it's charging, let's see what it's reading on the battery itself. Okay. Alright, reading off the charger, after I let it sit there a little bit, it's putting out 13.7. Let's see if we can actually unplug this and see what happens. Shouldn't really do anything because it's reading from the battery itself coming back this way. Let me look in the app and see if it's actually showing being charged or not. It may not, because it might be the same voltage, so it kind of cancels itself out. So I would have to discharge some of the battery to get it to start charging or showing charge. The batteries are reading 13.8, and the maximum that this is supposed to put out on 12 volts is 12.2 right there. So when the batteries get depleted some, and then I will see that the charger's putting out more than what the batteries are. So if I leave like a campsite where I'm just riding around doing some other stuff and they start getting kind of low, this will actually kick in and start charging. We'll see as I use it, get it down there and don't put solar on it, and see if that actually is going to charge. We should be good, but man, it's only 8:30, and this is all I've been doing, and I'm sweating like I just came out of a swimming pool, man. It's just hardly even exerting myself, and hopefully stays cloudy and don't rain. But they're calling for some rain this afternoon, but I'll get done what I can get done. That's all I can do. Well, I took the little screwdriver here and terminal right under here and set it from 12.2 up to let's see what I set it. Set it to output of, if I can get it, hold on there, 13.6. And the battery, let's see what the battery's actually sitting at. The battery is sitting at 13.5, and I've got it sitting, the charger at 13.6, so I should see a small charge on the shunt there in the app. So let's see. It's pulling 6.20, 6.2 approximately, and it says it'll charge it for 2 days and 10 hours. Let's see what happens. It's pulling 6.2 roughly. Let's see what happens when I plug this in. That kills about half of it. Let's see that again. Let's unplug it. Let's get a full scale. The DC charger is not plugged in. Now I'm going to plug it in. We're running roughly about 75, 80 watts plugged in. So we're pulling about half. So it's nice. I mean, it's only 9 amps that, you know, the maximum on it, but still. It's doing its job. I could got a bigger DC charger, but then I would have to run a wire all the way to the battery and all that, because this outlet here max is like 20, and the next charger up would be too much. And I didn't want to max it out. I just wanted something that would trickle charge the battery, like when I go camping or traveling, whatever. I drive 8-10 hours a day, so, and plus with the solar possibly plugged in too, but the window has to be cracked open. That's a little bit of wind noise, but to keep it topped off without solar on it, I can do it with this here all the time, every time I crank up the vehicle. So we're doing real good. Let's see if we unplug this. 28, 39, 40. Woo, 70, 80. Yeah, it's doing its job. All right, let's get on. Go get some gas. But let's get all this back in here and get started for the day.